If the Thunder win the NBA Finals, does Shai Gilgeous-Alexander become the greatest Thunder player ever?
Ah, that's tough. Um, Greatest in the minds of Thunder fans or NBA fans?
In the minds of Andrew Sharp.
Okay. I don't think prime SGA is better than prime KD from 10 to 12 years ago. So I'm still going to give the edge to KD, but Shea is making it more and more of a conversation. And if I'm a Thunder fan in Oklahoma City, yeah, Shea rockets to number one the second he gets a title.
Why does he not rocket to number one with a title in the mind of Andrew Sharp? Wins an MVP, multi-time All-NBA, multi-time All-Star. Is it just the longevity of KD in Oklahoma City that gives him the edge for you?
Well, and it's hard to say because are we talking about who's the best player you ever saw wear a Thunder jersey? For me, I'm a geriatric millennial right alongside KD, and so I get sentimental when I think of the
You're
KD.
a DC guy too.
Exactly. So perhaps I'm biased. I don't know. I still give the edge to KD because his game was a little bit more thrilling, and I think by the numbers, like he can match Shea in basically every category. That being said, Shea, the success that he's had the past 2 years is really, really hard to argue with. And like in the playoffs, he's giving you everything you would want from a superstar. So he's going to make it a conversation over the next couple of years. Do you think Shea is the best Thunder player ever if they win a title this year?
Yeah, I do.
Wow.
I do. I think
he's going to have a good case.
The ring puts him over the top, and the fact he also has an MVP. He has had two amazing playoff runs. I mean, yeah, I think he becomes the greatest Thunder player ever. With a ring. Without the ring, no, it's still Kevin Durant. It is still KD. But with a ring, yes, it becomes Shai Gilgeous-Alexander.
Yeah. Do you think KD's overrated historically?
No, I think he has, some flaws. I still wish he were better as a playmaker. Obviously, the lack of leadership. But I think KD is still one of the most magnificent scorers we will ever see.
Yeah,
the most dominant in the prime of his career. It's so easy to forget. KD now is like so 3-point mid-range heavy, but prime KD could get to the rim anytime, any moment. Dominant coming off of some of those pin down screens because the pull-up threat or the drive threat. Like prime KD, there was like literally nothing he couldn't do on the court.
Yeah.
He could do everything as a scorer. And he was obviously at his peak with the Warriors. Played the 5 for them sometimes. He was
great
unbelievable defensively.
Yeah.
Exactly. And so his versatility defensively, the fact he could do everything from every spot on the floor offensively. The passing isn't there. The leadership isn't there the way you would hope. Obviously made some poor decisions with the teams he chose.
Mm-hmm.
But I think he's still top 15, top 20 ever. I don't think that's overblown at all.
Yeah, that's fair. It's just in terms of comparing Shea and KD, what I worry about is that my bias is toward how much I love watching Kevin Durant play, and that overlooks some flaws in terms of the disappointments that happened on KD's watch in Oklahoma City. Like in the finals against LeBron, he got kind of punked. They lost the 3-1 lead against the Warriors a couple years later. And Shea, it's getting harder and harder to argue with the production. And so I as much as I want to choose KD, I think Shea might be the right answer for best Thunder player ever. But
yeah, I think some of the playoff shortcomings late in series. I mean, blowing a 3-1 lead, that's tough, man.
Well, and it's more like I would say KD is one of the greatest players ever. But if he has to be your best player and your franchise leader, I think the story is a little bit more complicated than this generation of basketball analysts has acknowledged. Whereas Shea can definitely be that guy, and I think wears that crown pretty naturally. So Anyways, just an interesting aside. I was curious where you would land on that one.
If we're comparing Shai and KD historically in 8-10 years with where they rank all the time, that'll be a totally different thing. But Shai very well might end up the best Thunder player ever, but KD might end up the better player ever.
Yeah,
so we'll see obviously how Shai's career unfolds and how the rest of this series and the finals unfold.